Introducing their opponents at a combined weight of 420 pounds, Brendan and Danny, the Brothers Divine.
So the Brothers Divine returning here to Championship Wrestling. We talk about tag team continuity, gentlemen. They've got a lifetime of it. Grew up together. And you see Brendan there in the white. And Danny in the black. Great tag team against a team with, relatively no experience as a tandem here. None at all, in fact. Richie Slade and Brandon Gatson.
Yeah, you talk about the continuity being so firmly in the favor of one side. Absolutely, the Brothers Divine have that going on, and we'll see how Richie Slade and Brandon Gatson are able to gel together here on the fly.
Yep, it's going to be Danny Divine in there first against Brandon Gatson and Jack Farmer. Brandon Gatson, a phenomenal athlete, a longtime fixture in the Southern California pro wrestling scene. Incredible gymnastic background. He's added a whole lot of size and strength as well, but still has all that speed. But he hasn't had great tag team partners as of late. Teamed with Dan Joseph. We saw how that ended in a total dumpster fire, and now kind of be pulled off out of the bullpen here to team with Richie Slade.
Well, you mentioned finding a tag team partner. What better partner to find than Richie Slade for a match like this? I'm looking at these two, and I'm seeing Brandon Gatson. I'm just thinking, he's got that bovine look to him. He's got a beef candy look to him. I think he fits right in with these guys.
If you call him the meat and the sweet, I'm out of here.
Well, and we saw Gatson giving Beef Candy, I don't know if he was scouting them or if he had some unfinished business, but the business in the ring, tandem suplex cover, could be a short night for the Beef Candy Open Challenge. Slade already looking to tag back out.
The brothers obviously lived their whole lives together, have that continuity we always like to talk about. But when you're in there with a former champion like Richie Slade, he's able to neutralize that.
Tag is made. We're seeing some teamwork here. Again, Flex did have a victory over Brannigan earlier on. Look at this teamwork now, and there you see some of that impressive athleticism by Gatson, proving why he's been one of the great veterans on the scene for many a year, and now some of that flexibility, agility as well.
Such a dangerous combo. He's like you said, he's got the flexibility, the agility, but also that strength cover. Just what an absolutely well-rounded performer he has now become. Still all of that agility, but that strength, power, devastating.
He's put it all together. I mean, did you see the spring in the legs there, Jack? The elevation on that leg drop.
I was just going to say that. He got so much height on that leg drop, and when you're someone that size getting that kind of height, the impact is just that much greater.
Brendan Divine in there deposits him to the outside. Tag team action here in our main event, this open challenge, and a program that has been taken over much by Beef Candy, but it might not end well for them. Wow, look at that. Nice move there by Brendan Divine into the cover. What a matchup we saw earlier, though. Dom Kubrick and Kevin Martinson. My goodness, was that ever physical?
It is an instant classic. You hate to see it marred by the lethal accessory Holston body. Unfortunately, that's just what happened. But right now, the face of Brandon Gatson is getting marred here by Danny Divine. Oh, stiff knee to the face, short drop. Look at that DDT.
There's the power, shrugged him off. That could have been it if he had scored with that DDT. Did not, however, and man, dynamite in the boot of Gatson, and now with the German suplex, stringing it together.
That's how you hang with championship.
Gatson in control. This tag team main event continues next.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey everyone, I'm joined by my old friend, Mr. Ellis Williams, AKA Mr. Biggs. You called me and you told me, you said, man, I got Car Shield and it worked. What made you get it?
I have this old SUV and I know the manufacturer warranty is about to run out. I didn't want to get stuck with expensive car repairs.
Right.
So I gave Car Shield a call. Coverage was very affordable and there was no long-term contract. A few months after that, transmission went on my car. I took it to my mechanic, they called Car Shield and saved my family and I $2,400.
Car Shield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles. You'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge.
Give Car Shield a call today before it's too late. Remember,
Car Shield cars go farther.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call 800-439-1246.
Welcome back, everybody. This Beef Candy Open Challenge. Brendan Gatson brought out here. Gatson out here as a replacement. Here's the cover by Richie Slade. Taking on the Brothers Divine, Brendan and Danny. Great tag team action. Flex McCallion in action earlier. Got a victory. So, I mean, what a night it could be. What a episode it could be for Beef Candy collectively. And I guess, is Gatson an honorary member at this point? What's happening?
A sweet sweep they could have tonight, just getting wins across the board. All members, even extra members.
I don't want to speak for Beef Candy in terms of whether or not they'd be green-lighting any new memberships, but certainly if Gatson is able to help them pull out the victory here, certainly I think Slade and Flex would think about it.
Yeah, and now look at this. We see the tag made. Gatson coming back in there. Brandon Gatson, I should say. We got Brendan Divine on the other side. And here's the cover. And good fundamental tag team wrestling right here, guys. The old adage, cut off the ring, keep your opponent close, and you see it on display to perfection.
How much of this success...
Cover.
And how much of this success of this team working together for the first time has to be attributed to Flex and his coaching that he talked about before the match even started?
I would think relatively zero, actually. Gatson came out here as a replacement. I don't think there was any strategy session. I don't think there was any film in the back. This was done on the fly.
I think there's just that morale boost knowing he's on the outside, though, if you're Gatson, knowing he's there watching the coach champions.
2 count only. See the shoulder up, not quite as much forcefulness from the Brothers Divine as they're trying to escape these covers. I think that the sort of dividends that Flex pays is that you know he's out there. You know you have to have eyes in the back of your head. So in terms of any sort of impact that he's making, as that slam certainly had one. Now Gatson returns to the matchup. It's that idea that Flex's mouth is always moving and he could always do something underhanded.
Boy, hammer shot there by Gatson into the cover, looking to put it away. I agree with you, and Gatson also knows that sometimes if you can't beat him, join him. Now, Dan Joseph played a big role in his loss to Beef Candy, but he's been in there with Beef Candy before. He knows how formidable they can be. So if you can't beat him, join him, I suppose.
At least for one night only. You see Gatson realizing that he had to cut off that tag now into a cover, but official Nick Bonanno distracted there. Sort of a monster of Gatson's own making, but now Slade able to take advantage.
And that's some heads-up tag team wrestling, taking out the partner on the outside before going for the pin and then making that switch in the ring just now with Richie Slade. Gatson is gelling right now with the rest of Beef Candy very well.
Jellying, you might say.
Jelly beaning.
Here we go, trying to keep it going here is, well, I guess Beef Candy, at least for one night only here. Gatson, Slade looking good. Double suplex. And in a world of hurt right now and into the cover is Danny Divine, is a long way from salvation at this point.
Just able to get that shoulder up, and you see Gatson, the intense look in his eyes. I think he feels it zeroing in on the victory here for, yes, Beef Candy, if for just one night. But seemingly, you know, Gatson has taken well to the game plan and roadmap to victory that Beef Candy likes to employ. They have honestly worked very well together, Slade and Gatson.
And oh, my goodness, what an enziguri, lightning fast, and just as fast. Gatson hit the canvas. Oh, who's going to get the better of this out of the scramble? It's Divine. Danny Divine, very, very impressive there. and just that willpower to continue on after eating a ton of punishment.
Absolutely, and who was going to, sort of get the better of that exchange, whose momentum was going to win the day? It is the Brothers Divine, but right now, desperate to make a tag are both men. They are down. Who is going to get it?
Pivotal point in this matchup. It's a race against the clock and a race against one another. Divine gets there first. In comes Brendan.
As now he's taking it to Richie Slade. The Brothers Divine, they are back in control of this thing, and this is not where Beef Candy wants to be. These quick moves and combos are what the Brothers Divine love to use, and they might get it with a pin here.
Into the cover goes Brendan Divine after the high impact. Looking good, but I don't think he's got to strike while the iron's hot, does Brendan, because I don't think he's going to get much out of his brother at this point in the matchup.
It could be a borderline handicap match at this point. The official's back turn. Richie Slade went low blow, taking all the wind out of Brendan Divine's sails, and now Gatson insult to injury.
Oh, look out here.
Big time damage incoming.
He can close the gap in a hurry, and now the Sling Slade by Richie. Is that going to do it? It does not. It does not do it, gentlemen.
With an incredible combo of their own from Beef Candy here. Now you can see Gatson, he's shrugging. What does it take? What's next? How do we put these guys down? Hitting them with so much, and the Brothers Divine still kicking out of everything.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, I absolutely did. The Sling Slade has ended many matchups, and all the punishment that the Brothers Divine have absorbed, Gatson thought that was some frustration creeping into his mind.
Scoop and a hard slam there by Brandon Gatson, who is a more measured and deliberate as of late as well, and now looking to hit another double team here. The first one didn't get the victory. Perhaps this one will. Big splash there by Richie Slade. That's got to do it. No! Somehow, some way. The Divine, it might be Divine intervention. How do they stay alive in this matchup? And now a roll. Inside cradle.
Here are your winners, the Brothers Divine.
Upset City, right next to the molasses swamp in Candyland.
Blood is sweeter than candy. The Brothers Divine able to pull out a big-time victory, spoiling Beef Candy's night.
Well, this was a chance for Gatson to really help out the team, but we'll see how these two feel about his performance tonight.
Oh boy, here we go. Things breaking down now. A lot of pointing of fingers. Success has many fathers, but failure is an orphan, and right now Flex and Slade playing the blame game with Gatson.
I think Gatson's going to have yet another former tag team partner. A tug of war with the candy cane, and it's Beef Candy going down in a heap. Not the end that they wanted to this open challenge, what was supposed to be a banner night, leaving a bad taste in their mouth, and we'll see you next time on Championship Wrestling.